Hello guys, this is Tasty Pig and today I will feature a T110E3. This is a tier 10 American Tech 3 tank destroyer. And what can I say about it? It's quite slow. As a tank, I mean it's quite slow. But I think this is the tank with the most reliable armor for any type of player. I mean, if you're a beginner, you can withstand a lot of punishment, or if you're a new, let's say, decent player, you can understand how to play it and use the armor correctly. If you're a very good player, you can put your armor to be almost impenetrable. Depends. And I decided to make a video about this tank because one of my few of my friends are grinding for this tank, and I thought maybe they will understand how to play it. This tank features a 155mm caliber gun, 750 alpha, very good penetration because it's also it's a tank destroyer. 295, 375, and 90 on high explosive. Shell velocity is not that great, but it's a high caliber gun. Accuracy is very good in my opinion for this caliber. Aiming time it's decent. Gun depression it's quite amazing for a tank destroyer. Usually those classes they don't have a lot of gun depression. DPM it's fantastic. Tank traverse it's okay, I mean with the turbocharger it helps. Armor it's amazing, just you need to protect your lower plate and then you are almost close to impenetrable. Can I say, I mean there's not much else. I mean this is very interesting tank research. I mean today I played around 45 battles in it, and I had 2 or 3 battles with 7,000 damage, and this was my last battle in this tank. Yeah, 7,047 damage and almost 2.7 thousand spotting. Of course a high caliber we lost. Yeah, I mean this tank in my opinion is really reliable. Never show your side armor, you are very weak. Let's show one more thing about this tank. Around this position, right where is this bar, okay, you can get overmatched by a T110E3. We have I think over 152 millimeters caliber. You can overmatch this side, and how to say it? That means you can overmatch also the side armor of a T110E5. That's really nice. Usually they are saying what the fuck. I mean it happened. I overmatched T110E5 side armor and they were something like what the fuck. They were something like stopping and checking where I penetrated when we were perfect side scraping. Yeah. Let's pick up our battles with it. I'm usually firing APCR as ammunition because I'm going into the heavy line and meeting a lot of heavies, and that means I need more penetration to deal with them reliably. This tank it's a monster against tier 8s, but in my opinion it's the same monster also against the tier 10s. I mean, if you stay perfectly in the position, they can't do shit about you. I mean, you may think this is a weak point to cripple up. Nope. I think this is the strongest part from the tank. It's so trollish and it has a lot of armor on it. It's just stupid in my opinion. But when you can penetrate it, especially the engine deck right here, it has 50 millimeters of armor or something like that, and then it's high explosive, you can penetrate it. I got penetrated in the ass by high explosive by an idiot. I mean, he spammed me with high explosive the entire battle, and then he had the chance to shoot me in the ass, and he shot me still with high explosive. So yeah. One more thing, because this tank is so slow, even with the turbocharger, you are getting focused by the packets in artillery. I mean, in those 45 battles, I think I put it into my blacklist, 20 RT players or something like that. It's just stupid how many they are focusing here. Maybe it happens now to me. I had maybe, let's say, a bad session of party players in teams, but the thing is, it's just stupid. Wargaming said they nerfed artillery, rework, but it's kind of considered as a nerf, but in my opinion, this is not a fucking nerf. Artillery is the same fucking broken as, yeah, as always it was. I mean,
Oh yeah.
if those crickers can crick you from the back of the map and they need only one hand to destroy you or destroy your game or gaming experience, for me this is not balanced at all. So of course here I'm shooting an AP round because I can penetrate him easily. I mean, 277 doesn't have, let's say, a lot of armor on the ground, especially against 295 millimeters of penetration. I mean, in my opinion, tank destroyers are quite good for free-to-play players. How to say, you don't have to spam a lot of gold because, I'll say, because 295 millimeters of penetration could penetrate close to anything without bigger problems. Okay, I mean, except some heavy tanks, of course. Well, you would think I'm saying like this and I'm doing some stupid shit. No, this tank is really reliable as armor and I'm not that scared of enemies. They might penetrate me or something like be lucky penetrating you, but usually that doesn't happen. Maybe I should change a bit the angle and reload a high explosive shell for that guy. Yeah, sometimes you are getting, let's say, not in this case, but you are getting pushed by the LS to get faster into the position because having a T110E3 into a very powerful position, it is, in my opinion, very important. This tank, it is... in one shot, 1250. Yeah, having the T110E3 in a powerful position, staying all down, you can be such a pain in the ass for the enemy heavy tanks. You're such a hard tank to penetrate. In my opinion, I could say this tank is somewhat a bit toxic, but the thing it is, it's a tank destroyer, so it doesn't have a turret, so in a way it is vulnerable to mobile vehicles. So yeah, it's not like a T790. That thing has a turret, a lot of armor in my opinion, so yeah. One more thing, if you are shooting, let's say, full gold with this tank, I mean, T790 doesn't have that much of an armor against you.
That was expected.
And 90 millimeters of high explosive penetration, it's lovely. It's lovely. Oh yeah, and in this tank, if you have also the Dead Eye perk, you can ammo rack a lot of vehicles. I mean, if this guy in IS-7 just... That was for sure maybe a ammo rack damage. Probably, I mean, I don't know surely, but I think it is... Yeah.
They didn't even have time to blink.
Should I retweet? Nah. Sorry. Didn't wanted to push the IS-7. Oh yeah, and with 155 caliber gun you can overmatch a lot of vehicles. I mean, 60 TP if you are shooting on top of his head, how to say, over his gun he has a plate where it's 50 millimeters. That's overmatchable with AP ammunition, so He's just a piece of shit in front of you if you are staying full down and he's staying full down. Same as with Super Conqueror. I mean, if you're loading gold, you don't even have to aim for that 50mm plate. You just need to point at his turret and no more Super
Oh
Conqueror.
yeah.
I think I did a, let's say, a misplay by me. Yeah. I wanted to support this IS-7, but this
yeah.
IS-7 is getting fucked. I mean, really hard fucked. Yeah. Yeah. I think I did a mistake. Okay. First battle, it's not the best.
Now the enemy has at least a chance.
I could say first battle is not the best. Okay. Combined wise, of course, it's good. 6.3 thousand combined, it's always nice. Yeah, I wanted to support the IS-7 and then I saw that he dies and I wanted to reverse into that corner and then I will be quite invulnerable for the enemies. And maybe grinding the 60 TP, killing him, or I don't know. Yeah, this was my bad. Funny enough though, if you are looking, this tank can absorb a lot of gold ammunition. The thing it is, I was on the flat ground. But yeah, you shouldn't expect people firing at you normal rounds because of the armor that you have. Let's look at this guy. This is the newest tank in the game. I mean, newest tank in the game, tech wise. Yeah. I mean, it's decent. If this thing, it's, let's say, raising its gun up, you can shoot it under the gun. That will be an easy penetration, especially with heat ammunition, but you can do it also with AP. Depends how much it is raising up the gun. I mean, because this thing wants to cover its cupola, but the thing it is, it will make vulnerable this part of the tank. Especially if you are shooting gold, I mean heat ammunition, not AP, CRs or AP. Okay, somebody's raging on the Caro. Oh yeah, if anyone thinks that this thing, I mean, this is from YouTubers' perspective. They say this thing is not good. I never tried it, so I don't have a, let's say, personal opinion about it. The thing it is, you have to spam the full gold in this tank, and how to say it, in the Caro you have very bad intro quick reload. It's just horrible. I mean, 4 seconds, it's a lot for, let's say, the caliber that it possesses. I mean, this tank has the same caliber as the Caro, but I think it has only 2.7, and that's a lot greater. What I was talking about, the plate that is overmatchable on the Super Conqueror, this is the plate, right here. 50 millimeters. You can penetrate it with the E3, E5, F152 or higher caliber gun in the game, right here. Or under the gun, let's say with standard ammunition even, the armor is not that great, and of course mostly everywhere on the tank if you are shooting full gold. And for sure, if you are spamming the full gold in this vehicle, is the best way how to play it. Because yeah, you are not losing anything and you are gaining everything. So yeah, new. What should I put? 1 second resting. 0.3 accuracy, it's really nice. 5% on the aiming speed. I mean, I can stay 5% longer. I mean, fuck it. At least I have better accuracy on them. I mean, stationary. That means I will hit. I have a chance of hitting the enemy, a higher chance of hitting the enemy, so yeah. Okay, this is a... Oh fuck. A lot of shit balance, a lot of version 4s. We are getting 2 jack pistas. Ay. Yeah, if you want...
Your assistance has been requested. Platoon,
If you want a tank, let's say, like the E3 but faster, go for the version 4. It has, in a way, better armor on it, in a way I could say. I think it is cupola penetratable, lower plate penetratable, upper plate penetratable with gold. So I don't know what I would pick between an E3 or a version 4. I never played the version 4, so I'm not sure about the answer that I can give, but I will grind it someday and I will have an opinion also about that tank. But what I know that is weak on this tank, besides the cupola and low plate and upper plate, if you are shooting hit ammunition, the ass armor is only 30mm and you can reload high explosive and penetrate this tank without any problems. I mean, you can even armor rack on the version 4 with high explosive. Okay, so what is your target in your E3? You see this little bump? There is the same bump right there. If you're staying there, you'll hold down and mostly no one can penetrate you. You can see an idiot like that who's crossing, and I wasn't paying any attention on him. Ah, shit happens. Okay. So, I don't think I can shoot those guys. And the version 4s are crossing through there. Okay. Can I crossfire you guys? Yeah, I can. A little bit scared of that shit, but he can close to one-shot me. Okay, this version 4 is...
the enemy is hit.
I want to be sure that that shit bar is not crossfiring me, because he will shit on me. Okay, I saw him. I think he will never pick there, so what I will do, I will have my heavy tanks right there. I thought that somebody, an idiot, will pick. Oh, of course the shit button is picking right now. So. Okay, so
yeah.
what is in my mind? I will go right to those guys. I will say hello, fuck one of them hard, and then I will be of my business. First, I need to make sure that this 60 TP is not looking that way. Okay. You want a bit of the E3, you can get a bit of the E3. And this is what I'm talking. I mean, I did the stupidity, went in front of 3 enemy vehicles, and I survived by taking only 1 shot of damage and giving in return 2 shots of damage. Because first, as I told, TPM amazing, penetration amazing. Yeah, armor amazing. Only problem, lack of turret. And of course everyone is staying in the back of him because the armor that I have. I mean, I think I did a little bit too many stupid things this battle, and I have only 150 damage left. Not that good. Yeah, usually I'm, let's say, quite aggressive in this tank. How much? Okay. We are one shot above. Leopard on top of me. To make sure that they are not. No, they are not. I took a little bit too much damage. Not happy with that. Definitely not happy. Okay, if I penetrate this guy, I would be happy. Come on, buddy, I know you want to get penetrated. Maybe I just had to try my luck and snap him. I don't know. Oh yeah, for such a high caliber gun on movement, this tank can snap from time to time. Not gladly, but I tried it and I could say it was a success for such a high caliber gun. But just snap when you think you can, let's say, get the snap like this one. But on the long ranges I never tried it because it's just too risky. And yeah. We are losing on hit points, mainly because I lost a lot of hit points. But we are winning on tanks. And yeah, let's see what I can do more for my team. Soon enough I will die. Throw this shit barrel will go from the back. Okay, this guy says that helps me.
Oh yeah.
I was paying attention to that faggot and I was close to die, near to that. Okay, this leopard is rushing. Yes, buddy. I'm still reloading. Come on. Try it. I want to make sure those guys are not in my ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you are aiming properly, I will show where you can penetrate, because he penetrated where he had to penetrate. I mean, where was the, let's say, weak part of my tank? Okay, in a second. So those were my shots towards the enemies. This was, so, where my, let's say, mouse, whatever thingy is starting, right here. All this part, right here, is just, let's say, weak. I mean, quite weak. Most of the tanks can penetrate you if they're aiming properly. Starting from here and here, you are, let's say, invulnerable only if they are shooting standard rounds. If they are not shooting standard rounds and they are shooting gold, this part, a little bit upper than the lower part, will be also penetratable, but with gold rounds. I mean, 340 plus, because yeah, armor on this thing. And I noticed that you can get penetrated around this place and this place as well with gold ammunition. One more thing, when you are peeking, just you can get tracked and damaged in the same time. You can get penetrated right here with gold ammunition. It's quite weak, this part of the tank. as I said, this is penetratable with high explosive, this part is penetratable with high explosive, this part is penetratable with high explosive, and I mean any type of high explosive. If an artillery can penetrate you, if it lands something like this on top. Those are some door handles. Okay, that means the crew can access the engine deck from top. Yeah. Maybe here I can show better where you can get overmatched. Okay, you can see right here, this is an angled surface right here, this part. You can see this part, okay, it is angled. This part is vertical right here. Wait a bit. So this part is vertical, this part is angled. The angled part from the side armor, yeah, it can get overmatched by 150 plus millimeter caliber guns. I mean, this thing can overmatch itself. One more thing, weak point that I noticed, right here, this small commander hatch. Quite hard to hit, firstly. Secondly, quite hard to penetrate. It can get penetrated by heat ammunition, as let's say, more easily than usual. I mean, than with the APCRs on this part, in my opinion. But you still you need to get around 340 millimeters of penetration to have a chance of penetrating it. What else I noticed? Sometimes if you're shooting, you know, we can see those are two angles. Okay, you can see this is another angle. I mean, this is another angle than this one. So if you're facing the tank like this, left part around, let's say this position, left part, let's see, left part around this position, you can penetrate it with gold, but not reliably. I mean, but you need tank destroyer penetration to penetrate it with gold ammunition. I mean, check this tank can penetrate it around this position, but gold ammunition, nothing else, and on fair ground. Yeah, this was the second battle. Almost 75%. Okay, 10 more percent. Second mark of excellence. Oh, this map can work for this tank. Usually, this tank is the most suited to go on the heavy line. On this map, not really. I mean, I would go right there. Because this tank can stay full down, minus 8 degrees of gun depression. It's amazing for a tank destroyer, and I think it's the best for this tank to go on that position.
Why do I need this tank? I can deal with them using just my bare hands.
And if you didn't notice, I have Chuck Norris as a commander in my tank. He has some funny lines. Some of them are, let's say, a bit weird. But, I mean, I'm getting a lot of skills. Russia. I hit my ABR.
Oh yeah.
I hit my ABR instead of the enemy ABR. Good that is, the friendly fire is not anymore a thing in this game. I'm happy with that. So we can see that a lot of teammates are going into this position because of the very nice crossfire that you can give to the enemy vehicles. The thing is, if you don't have enough gun depression, as this Batchat or IS-7, they have to overpeak and take damage from the enemies.
Yeah.
And here you can see the Super Conqueror armor, okay? What armor? I'm asking, what armor? And I blocked gold ammunition from T110E3 and 268 version 5. Let's see. Okay. Here I'm missing, let's say. I mean, it's not a 100% guaranteed penetration on the Super Conqueror, but I think it is the armor on Super Conqueror in front of the E3 is just a joke. So the T110 is staying around that position. Why the fuck is he staying there? Okay, here the accuracy is shitted on my face. Let's see, can I crossfire anyone? Maybe. Oh. I'm getting some frame drops apparently. Oh, this is quite shit. Yeah, why the fuck is the 279 staying right there? I can shoot him. Why the fuck you are staying into my faggot? I don't think this battle will be that good. Especially if we are winning extremely fast. And yeah. Okay, this guy is a genuine moron in the 279. How the fuck you got your 279? This is my question. Just look at this guy. No, go a little bit in front. I may am more accurate. Come on, buddy. I can show you. Oh, such a pussy. Yes, a little bit in front. Be the 279. Be the Russian tank that can bounce anything. Go in front. Okay. 907. Or yeah, as I said, this battle is not the greatest. Yes. There. Oh shit. Accuracy is letting me down. Okay. And those idiots are camping, really. One for you.
Oh yeah.
Let's be ready also for the 907. He ran. Ah. Come on, buddy. Is that hard for you to move in front of my gun? Two 6-8. Can I hit you? Nope.
Oh yeah.
Can I? Yeah, that's let's say a big problem for this tank. As I said, lack of mobility. Even with turbocharger, this tank is slow. For me, it's just pointless to move forwards because it will take me a long time to get right there. And yeah, sometimes you can do 7,000 with the tank, or sometimes you can do 2 shots of damage. And that's not good for your mark of excellence. And yeah, what the fuck please, if you're a new player, just don't be like this idiot. I know in the game tutorial it's telling you, yeah, cap the base for the win. No, you can go fuck yourself. You need to do damage if you want to be consistent and to learn the game, not capping the base. That is for pussies. If you want to cap the base, it's just if you have a mission, mission for whatever, a mission. 270 or maybe 260. I know there are some capping missions and I hated them with passion. Because I was the only one capping and no one helped me because, yeah. No one likes to cap. And sometimes you can get a little bit rich from the other players because you're capping and they want to do more damage, and I do understand that. Yeah, 4 shots of damage, but you know, 2 of them were kill shots, that means not much damage, 2000. I can show it right now. So I know there are missions for capping, and I don't know if there are in heavy tanks, and I know if there are on something like this thing. Yeah, like I mean, capture slash defense. Participate to successful capture of the base or reset the enemy capture point. What? Participate in the successful capture of a base or reset the enemy capture points of your own or a neutral base. You need to go through 1000 damage. That's quite easy, but the thing it is, capping the base is just horrible and boring. And win the battle, of course. And if you want to win it with honors, the enemy vehicles must be destroyed. Probably this is the capping, yeah. That means on this one it is the capping. Yeah, oh fuck. 4000 damage for 4 kills and also to capture the base. Bullshit. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, let's play one more battle, then I will talk about equipment and crew skills and etc. Okay, and this map is quite horrible for this time. Oh, the enemy T110E3 is my blacklist. Probably he's an artillery player. Let's see. Yeah, there is only one option in my opinion for this tank on this map. It is called Forest, and pray for your light tank to not suck and to know what he is doing and spot for you. Because if your light tank dies in, probably he's an idiot. If your light tank dies in the first 5, even 5 minutes, probably it is lost. Do you have ammo on your light tank, or you are a true idiot? Yes, you have. Okay, that's good. If you are questioning yourself, if this tank has any camo, I mean, by percentage, no. I mean, 14% camo stationary is close to nothing in this game. If you are training a full camo crew on this tank, this tank can reach up to 21% and it's the same, close to nothing. I mean, just don't even bother training camo for this tank, because you will get spotted most probably without any problems. And our light tank did some more, and I see that. We got the fucking best light tank map in the game, and he's just sucking gas. Okay, this guy is shooting into the air. He's not blind shotting. Look at this guy. What the fuck? I mean, maybe I should do a light tank video because this is my favorite class. And look at this. What the fuck? Go fucking spot, learn how to play. I mean, if you don't know how to play light tanks, just don't play them. They are the hardest class in the game. I say this is a spoiler for any viewer that is still watching. Light tanks are the hardest class in the game to master. And let's say to learn and master them. This guy can penetrate into the thing is, I need a good angle on him. I think it is like kind of not getting it. This guy can, if he's lying, I will be happy, really. I'm not joking. Because he can provide some hold on position for me.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I got 1000 damage from that fucking pistol. Okay, he died. He died. That's good. And it's hold down position for me. Oh, okay. So, if you are questioning yourself, how do you damage a 279E? Like that. And my, of course you're bomb rushing me, aren't you? You useless faggot. Questioning yourself, how to penetrate again at 279E? That's a very good question. I'll show this guy the dominance. And this is the best tank in the game, the 279, or second best. Some will say best tanks, others will say the second best. Yeah, in front of the E3, 279, it's just a piece of shit. I'm staying all alone, I'm daddy of them all, I could say. But buddy, show a pixel, I beg you, show a pixel where I can penetrate you. So yeah, I'm holding this position by my own because all of these guys are shitting their pants when I'm just staying here. Because they know that I'm really hard to dig out. Come on, buddy. Yes. Ah, that was a miss. I can also ammo-rack him quite easily. Same as with, it's the same thing with also the 279. I want to punish you for what you did for me. He did a 1.5 thousand damage towards me, and he deserves a punish. Yeah, and I'm holding by myself for enemy tank. And that's something. Nah, he's fucked. He's fucked. Just why the fuck you are pushing me? I mean, just why?
Oh yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that VZ55 had a good crossfire on me. The thing it is, 5,000 damage. For me, that's quite nice, in my opinion. And to do how much damage to a 279E? First shot 831, second shot 668, but only 2 shots on it. Apparently yes. So the thing is this, I mean, penetration is just crazy on this tank. This tank has the, I forgot to mention, this tank and the E4 has the best penetration on any APCR round in the game. So yeah, when I'm saying this tank can penetrate close to anything on the flat ground, or I mean anything on the flat ground, and mostly everything on hold down position, believe me, it can. I mean, it's really reliable. Super Conqueror or normal Conqueror is nothing in front of this tank. Maybe, I mean, Chieftain of course can withstand this tank hold down, but yeah, that's one of the only tanks that can stand almost any round in the game, and it's unvulnerable on hold down position, and let's see also flat ground.
Oh
but,
yeah.
You know, the hull is quite weak on it. Well, let's see how much I have on my timer. 43 minutes and 40 seconds around. Okay, that means I have to talk. I wanted to squeeze one more game for gameplay, but I think with how many battles? 4, I think? I think it's enough. So that 279E, yeah. Oh no, I penetrated him 3 times. I did 2,000 damage. I'm feeling kind of sorry for him. Let's see, 279. He barely did 3k damage. Oof. Yeah, buddy, when you're finding somebody that can spam the full gold in his E3, yeah, your 279 is kind of irrelevant. Let's see. 500. Yeah, I mean, 4k combined per battle? That's a decent for a 279. 70 point, almost 70.5% on mark of excellence. Yeah, you're keeping good. That's good for you. I mean, I just dropped down your statistics by a little. I think he's my. I think he blacklisted me. Wait a bit. I can't send him a message. Player. Yeah, I don't think I can send him a message. Number two is this guy. So it's platoon mate. E3. I'm feeling bad for that player. Let's see. So I think I'm in his blacklist because I can't send him a message. So yeah. I mean, of course we're making the very powerful players as that guy because for sure he knows what he is doing. 56.5% win rate on 65,000 battles, and this guy is not rerolled for sure. Let's check. Nope, this guy is not rerolled, but he played quite a lot of low tiers, so that is increased a little bit his statistics and number unit. But you know, that doesn't matter, so the amount of battles that he has. And he is a powerful player. I shitted on him because I had very good penetration. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's talk about it. I mean, for the players that wanted just to see the gameplay, this was the T110E3. I mean, in my opinion, a very powerful vehicle, and this tank is actually meta for defending your oh, it's called. How the fuck is. I forgot how it's called. Why the fuck am I so stupid? Your province, I think it's called. Wow, again lagged. Yeah, World of Tanks is not made for 4K monitors, so yeah. I think province it's called. Anyways, you know, defend your piece of land from the global map. This tank is very good for defending because of the armor and it can stay held down. Depends on the map. This is a very good choice for clan wars on defending. Yeah. What can I say? I will show the most preferable two skills on this tank, and then I will show the, let's say, best equipment that you can use for it, or best equipment setup for it. How is the grinding on it? So we are starting with the commander. In my case, my commander is Chuck Norris because I said I wanted to have him as my commander on an American tank. And of course, full brother stance, very important on any tank. 6 Sense, repairs, because this is an assault tank user. This tank user needs to be on the front line with the heavy tanks, maybe even charging charging into the enemy defenses because of the armor, and of course it needs repairs, situational awareness, recon on gunner. Because this tank has such a high caliber gun, I would recommend using Deadeye, increasing module damage. That means increasing chance of ammo racks on poor souls. Okay, next, I mean, you can see next was repairs, next one was, next one it is firefighting, and after I'm finishing also with the firefighting, I'll put a snapshot. After that, probably concealment on driver. Preventive maintenance, because it happened for me, for this tank, it's quite burning. If you see 20% fire chance, so preventive maintenance. Let's continue. So I said preventive maintenance, of course, repairs. Off-road driving, you need to turn your tank as fast as possible, and also to have better ground resistances on soft terrain. It is very important. I think the next one will be, let me just look a bit. This would be a tough choice. I mean, between smooth ride or clutch braking, in a way, it is your choice. I don't know what I'll put right now. I mean, I'm a little bit tired. I will take into the consideration when I will get the fifth, starting to grind the fifth skill on this thing, which is my first load. So you are called first Sergeant Colbert. So okay, you are the first loader and you are the second loader. So this guy is the loader from the top, this guy is loader from the bottom. I mean, they are positioned, if you are really curious. Probably one loader is around this position, the other one is right here, but I think it is there in the line, so yeah. So what skills of the other scenarios? For this tank, very important, intuition, just use it. Believe me, it will help you a lot. You won't waste ammo on tanks, or it's such a nice skill after the rework. Believe me, just put it on most of your vehicles. This tank will benefit a lot because of the 60 or 90 millimeters of penetration on high explosive. A lot of very nice penetration on cold rounds, and if you are having also some standard rounds outside you, you can chip out on credit cost, and instead of paying 5.2 thousand credits, you'll pay around 1.8 thousand credits for a shot. If you are finding an enemy with not that great armor, but in the case of T790, of course, you need to use full gold. So after that will be repairs. After that, maybe on one of the loaders, I will put adrenaline rush. I mean, 10% gun, 10% gun reloading if you are under 10% of your hit points. And the other one maybe I'll start grinding safe storage or firefighting. Not sure. This is the crew skills. Equipment wise, I think there are 3 ways how you can equip this tank. Gun rammer, this one, ventilation, and turbocharger. Believe me, turbocharger is very, very helpful for this tank. I mean, the base, how to say, the base speed of this tank, it is 24 kilometers per hour. With the turbocharger, it will be 28. Yeah, 28, because I don't think you will get on the field modifications or mobility slot. Counting us, yeah, you won't get. So maximum will be 28 on this vehicle, or if you have a bond turbocharger, something that I will have in the future, let's say in 3 months. I have also a bond turbocharger. I could raise the speed of this tank on 30 kilometers per hour, and that's even better. And also with a greater engine power. Or other equipment that you can use on this tank as well: ventilation, rammer, and improved hardening, or ventilation, rammer, and modified configuration. Or you can use something that, in my opinion, a little bit crazier. You can drop out the ventilation and you can put rammer and improved hardening and modified configuration. Let's see how fast is the track repair speed. I'm just curious. I don't mind those vehicles. So I'm taking out this thing and I'm taking out this thing. So I will put this thing. I'm just curious. Because I talked about this. Let's see how fast I will get. I need to be on 6. This thing on survivability. So of course you will lose some DPM, you will lose some accuracy, you will lose aiming time and view range, and repair speed and mobility because you are not using the turbocharger. But if you want to use it as ultra, super, or close quarters tank, you know, right, this is the best because your tracks will be invulnerable. I mean, just look here, 95% plus on suspension or 114.5% plus suspension durability, depends on what you are putting. Yeah, I mean, it takes 3.7 seconds to repair your track. Wait a minute, let's put every field modification and let's put this thing and those things. Okay, so it can take 3.2 seconds. The thing it is, if you pay 3,000 points, instead of 3.2 seconds, you can have 2.9 seconds, but that's the price of 3,000 bonds, and bonds, it's not something that easy that you can get. Yeah, I mean, or if you grind for the, how it's called, ranked battles, you can get something like this, and this is not available right now for the public, but yeah, and 2.68 seconds to reload to repair your track. That's stupid. Wow. Maybe also with the ventilation. I'm just now curious. The 2.59 seconds to reload to repair a track. Okay, let's make it as good as it can. 2.56 seconds to repair a track. Holy fuck. Well, this is stupid. Wait a bit, I think it can be even faster. Yeah, this one. 2.20. Oh, close to 2 seconds. Holy fuck. Close to 2 seconds, and you think that my repair speed is 5.55. Okay, I'm not using anything for extra repair speed. Instead, I mean, only the repair period, but that's all. If you're putting dedicated equipment for that thing, you'll have close to 2 seconds repair. That's stupid. And you can see how wide are the, okay, don't take it. You can see how big are the tracks for this thing. But yeah. I talked about the equipment that you could use grinding. So you are going like this. Okay. Tier 1 piece of shit. I mean it's tier 1, so yeah, shit. From tier 1 to tier 5 you will play light tanks and mediums, then you will start the tank destroyer line. From tier 1 to tier 4, I mean garbage. I mean, this tank, I played it, I remember playing it. I mean, it was somewhat fun with the dart gun, but the thing is, it does not feel like a gun for Sherman. It's something else. I mean, nothing. No. This is horrible as a tank. If you're playing it with a dart gun, careful. Quite decent for a tier 4 tank destroyer, in my opinion. Wolverine, this is horrible. Jackson, this was horrible. This thing was okay. This tank with a top gun was good. If you spammed also some gold, yep, you can be competitive. Quite odd number, 297 of penetration. This tank is very powerful, but I skipped through it. I had to get this tank really fast for Clan Wars. Back in some time around 1 year ago, I had to skip and get this tank as fast as I can because we needed more E3s in our team. And I know this tank is also amazing. This is like the E3 tier 9 version with, let's say, a little bit different armor layout. You can see it right here. I mean, this thing is definitely penetratable, so it's not like an E3. Low plated penetratable. You can penetrate it around this position because it has some armor apparently that you can, some armor model that can be penetrated. Let's check right now. If you're shooting it like this, I think you can overmatch it like this if you're shooting it like this in the threads. So yeah, this tank has also a reputation, T95, as the Doom Turtle or the Fortress main battle tank, whatever. I know that it had some funny names, because also the armor is impeccable at tier 9. Besides the cupolas, but if you are shooting into them, you may penetrate them quite reliably. And tier 10, this is amazing. Tier 9, I could say it's amazing. Tier 8, it's decent. Tier 7, meh. Pain in the ass, pain in the ass. Decent as a tier 4, pain in the ass. Tier 3 shitter, so... let's say the grind is quite decent. It's not something that it's horrible. The grind it gets better from the tier 7, and tier 10 you'll have a lot of fun. Yeah, this is the grind about this tank. Mark of excellence on this tank. 4.3 thousand for a tier 10. I don't think it's that high as I would expect it for this tier 10. But the thing is, this is, let's say, a main choice for new players. The main lines that are grinded by the new players. Usually the E3, E5, E100, Leopard 1, maybe Yak Panzer E100, I'm not sure. Of course the IS-7, I think in my opinion this is the best tank that you could start with, the IS-7. Forgive very good armor, it can forgive you many mistakes. One of the best turrets in the game, you can stay held down very fast as a heavy tank. If you are a new player, start with the IS-7. This is the best line that you can play in a way as a new player. The tier 5 is just broken in my opinion. The tier 5 is so good, you can just destroy everyone. I played it only once on another account with tier 5, and I didn't play with. I played only with APs, and I did 4,000 damage in it. Yeah. Tier 7, tier 6 was very fun with high explosive gun. I think it is high explosive got nerfed, so used 85. Tier 7 is quite a pain in the ass in my opinion. The turret armor is unreliable. Same as with the tier 8, it's not a pain in the ass. The tank it's quite fun to play, but the thing is, this thing is overmatchable right here, so yeah. I know, now I'm talking also about other lines, but I don't think I will get IS-7 anytime soon, so I will talk about also a little bit about those lines. I think this is one of the funniest or funnest tier 9s what I ever played in my opinion, because we have this tank, it's filled with weak spots. This tank in a way it's just a weak spot, in a way I could say. Overmatchable cupolas if it's staying full down. This part it's close to no armor on a tier 9. But the thing is, when you are showing your side armor, let's say at this angle or even this angle, if someone is thinking to shoot you right here, it's just an auto bounce, because this hull is just amazing. Look at this V-shaped hull under it. It's called a diamond shaped hull. and when the shell is going right here, it bounces into the ground. For me, it was very fun to play it. The only thing, this tank does not have very much armor on that hull that I was talking about. Only 45 millimeters, so any 150 plus millimeter gun in the game can overmatch you right here. So side scrape on under 150 millimeters guns in this game, and believe me, this tank is very fun to play. I mean, yeah. Of course, if you're facing a very good player that knows how to, where are your weak spots, you are useless. And I7, as I told, this is, in my opinion, the best starter tank in the game. I mean, yeah, it's just, in my opinion, amazing for a tier 10 as a new, for a new player, I mean. Else with the E3, and I could say also 430, but I could say the 430U line is, let's say, as a secondary tank line. I mean, you go first with the for the I7, then go for the object for the view. I mean, yeah, because also this tank, it's fucking broken in my opinion. The gun handling is just amazing, but on paper it shows that it's dog shit. So yeah, it's a Russian gun. So yeah, this was the E3, let's say, feature. Maybe I will try to second market. If I will get bored of it, I will just let it collect a little bit of dust in my garage and I'll start playing it again. I think it is, yeah, I will try to get a second mark of excellence on it. This tank is, in my opinion, very nice as a tank. Maybe if I will do a high damaging game, maybe I'll put a replay. Maybe I'll put also some 7000 damage games that I had. I'm just saying maybe, I'm not sure. So yeah, this was the video of the T110E3. The next video, I could say.